Alright, looking in on SavageDadJ playing Halo. Aquarius CTF, he's Diamond 3, so I think they lost this game 3-2, and just want to go over some of the plays he's making to see what he could have done better. Alright, so off spawn kind of goes for the wide angle. This is fine, he's getting up top, maybe a little slow. I will say, like, if we look at your first person FOV, you're looking cross lane immediately instead of like clearing what's close to you. So you're not checking this door first, you're checking this. I do like that you're not exposed yet, but you see you kind of walk forward a little bit. All good, you back up. Good on you to not take the damage head on. You're still trying to do some damage too, which is good. Say a little too early of a peek there, just get your shields back and live, but everything is fine so far. This is a little tough because I think you made a really good play at the start of this. Subtle thing, but if we wait much instead of like hard challenging this guy, you hold the edge right here, like you're holding this corner. A lot of times guys are just going to flow right through this doorway and not check their corner. If their FOV is not high enough, they're not even going to see you. And even though your shields are coming back, like you almost win a 2v1 here because you shoot a one shot. But the main thing I have here is like you got to be sure that you're hitting these 3 shots if you're going to go in for a melee. Like just hold your distance and you probably win this fight. Like just stand back or even walk backwards as you're shooting in, and just try to win him shooting your gun as opposed to going in for a melee. But overall, not really a bad life. So I'm going to send you a video about how I play CTF and how like the teams I coach play CTF. But the idea is normally we're not trying to protect our base. We're going to OE and just flip the map around on them. So almost never off spawn am I going to go front base and kind of like hold ground here. Like I would just go out fridge and try to get to their side, like go low and try to get into their base. Even if they get into your base, they can't score their flag if they don't have control of their own base. Instead, you're kind of, you know, taking a cross map. Golden rule of like high level Halo is just don't even shoot cross maps. Like you can shoot this guy if he's not looking at you, but the second he looks, like just get back behind this cover and do something else. Instead, you kind of take a fight to the death and put your team down numbers in like a 50-50 fight. And sometimes you'll win those, sometimes you'll lose them, but I would not put things up to chance with a coin toss. So like here's the perfect scenario where I would say like my immediate thought off of the spawn is to go this way, like to just go P1 and just go up the map. I'm not going back in this direction. I'm not going to go here and shoot my gun. I'm not going to go back into my base. Might go P2, but if I do, I'm going to go around the stickies and go down their fridge and then go into their base. So these are no good. Make sure you're heading in to the right. Alright, so obviously go to the left, but you see like the timing of like how far you're putting yourself behind the
enemy flag here.
Flag here. Like he's already about to score, whereas I think you could have been up the map into his base by the time that all of this happened. So you can think of the timing of it. If I pull up like tac maps, whatever, you're here and this guy starts running your flag, he's going to run all the way around this path. He's slower than you by default because he's got a flag in his hands, whereas if you just go this route, you cut him off. And these guys in your base absolutely do not matter. So no matter how many of these blue guys are standing here, none of them matter. In fact, if they're here while this guy's over here and you make it along this path before he does, then that means you're fighting a 1v1 instead of fighting these guys. Even if you kill these guys, like the best case scenario, you get a triple kill here and they're dead. Like if you're back in your own base, so you get a triple kill. Sorry, these guys are dead. Your teammates are wherever, and this guy's running the flag. They still get a point while we're getting a triple kill for kills that just don't matter. So anytime in flag that you're the red team or the blue team, whichever side you are, the number one goal is not to protect our base, it's to control their base. So we want to be in front of the flag because if we can hold this area, they can't cross no matter where they come from. They can't get in because we're in there. They have to deal with us before they can score the flag. Anyone in our base that we kill is just going to spawn in their base, which is where they're going to score at. So we're actually helping to put them into the position that they need to be in instead of, putting it back on the other side, like away from the play, because everybody who's over here is not involved in the play that actually matters over here. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, you're just kind of behind on the timing now. Your teammate makes a good play to kill this guy, but you could have also been there with him. Instead, you kind of just give up your life for free for going like bottom mid. I'd also say staying on the outskirts of the map, like not in a mid lane for most lives, is gonna keep you alive longer. So not trying to go through this middle, either take bridge side or car side. Car side's generally better, but take one of the two sides as opposed to going straight down the middle. There is an argument sometimes that you need to be the guy filling in space in the middle. I think this is perfectly reasonable. You also try to live there, which is really good. But taking one of the edges is better. That life you gotta kill in an assist. Unfortunately, because we weren't there the last life, they get cap. And yeah, again, a lot of down the middle routes. I would say, once again, let's bring up attack maps. All the maps on Halo are 3-lane maps, so I can just move everybody from the map, and we can just talk about like what a 3-lane map is. But we have 3 primary routes that people can go. So they can go through Fridge, they can go through bottom mid, and obviously that's under one of these 2 routes, and then they can go Fridge, car, and then through the middle of the map. The least amount of cover is in this area, so every time that you go out to your base or to the middle of the map, you're putting yourself at risk of dying because you can get shot from either direction. The middle lane, you can get shot from the left and from the right, whereas on this lane, you can only get shot from the right or straight ahead. And then from this lane, same thing, you can only get shot from your left or right if you're going this way, or straight ahead. You can't get shot from the side. So it eliminates one of the possible ways that people can shoot you. Now, with that being said, if your team is the one pressing the advantage, being in the middle gives you access to get across lanes very quick because you've got this power to skip around through here and here, or through here and here. I'm just doing a bunch of drawing in this video, I realize, but there's more opportunity for you to push out different paths. So when your team's being the aggressor, it's good to use these lanes as least as some person to be like a pivot point to help teammates on different spots in the map. But whenever we're trying to make a break and push up the map, we really want to take these routes here, unless we're like the 4th spawner. But for the most part in matchmaking, you're going to be the guy who's, trying to isolate fights down the lane that you're in. But again, we're kind of in the middle. You do go off to the side, so that's good. Yep, fighting down your own lane. You get a ping there. Actually, the ping says there's 2 people. I see one guy just died. Yeah, it's good that you're still dealing damage even while you're weak. Gotta know that there's some kind of pressure here. I think the longer you stay put, the more likely someone's going to get behind you. So they could be like flanking P1 and jumping up P2 on your side. They could be going to your fridge stairs. Like there's a whole bunch of different ways that they could be getting to you. So I would not hold my ground too often. I like to just slide out there. Another thing, like just minor, if you, from a mechanical / like battling standpoint, if you're wanting to get better, reach the next level, I think not closing this distance, like you got the upper hand on him. You've already got, yeah, he's already half shields, so you've hit him twice already. He has not hit you a single time. There's no reason for you to close this ground. Just hold your ground side to side. So if I'm taking this fight and I slid over him, I'm just standing here. I might even get over here and use this as cover and jiggle peek. If I'm down shots, play around this, jump up here, do all kinds of stuff. I don't want to close this distance. I don't want to give him the melee. If he starts walking forward, I'm walking backwards. Like, just hold your distance. Instead, you take a fight that you're very clearly winning and you turn it into a loss because you missed your melee. And, you know, again, desync online, whatever, there's a million excuses for it. You don't even have to close that gap to get in his face either way. You could have just taken the fight from a distance. Alright, you clean up a call out, you keep a guy off camo. This is one of the rare times that it makes sense to be like hugging the middle lane, but I would be getting up top as quick as possible, which you are. Unfortunately, you get caught off guard and they get the timing to get camo. Cool. Grab heat wave, just fine. Again, like, it feels like you're doing a lot here because you're like, oh man, I'm getting up the map, but I promise, like, it's going to feel a whole lot better if you can just force your way into one of the sides of their base. So instead of hanging around down here, jump up here, get into their util, or, you know, you don't have to jump up. You can obviously go through this way, a little more dangerous, but get in here and like control this area of the map. Where you're at now, you don't have too much cover. You do have some escape routes, but like you're fighting downhill, whereas we can get better timed fights by going this way. You also give your teammates a little more time to get up the map because they're really far back. You're like super ahead as far as the timing of the fight. So the longer you take to get in here, take a wide route. You could even like crouch here and wait with that heat wave. Sometimes guys will just come in here and they'll like lackadaisically walk right past you, get in this corner and like stare at your teammates through the wall, see when they're getting up the map. It's a lot of options. I wouldn't stand in this courtyard. I guess you had to call out, so that's fine. I don't know how many of these people you're playing with, but now you're kind of giving up ground. I will say you do a good job of like not taking direct fights to the death most of the time. You are getting around corners a whole lot, which is good. That's a skill that a lot of people around this level don't have, so it's good you've developed that. I think cleaning up some other things will help push you forward a bunch. And yeah, again, I'm not thinking about going to the middle of the map. Like, I don't even care that that guy's shooting my teammate. My number one job is to get to their base before they get back. And like, your teammate's there, he returns the flag anyways. You're never going to catch up to that guy, so just getting up space, getting up P2, cutting through the map. Like, if you get into their fridge, they're going to force back base spawns. Again, I have some videos and things on that too, where you can talk about like where to put the other team that I'll send to you, but you can force people into a certain part of the map and then collapse on them. So your teammate could have been collapsing from util while you're collapsing from fridge, or if your teammate dies, then you know at least the fridge is safe for you and you can kind of play off the space that they're in. Alright, so you're the last spawner. Just try to get up the map as quick as possible. Unfortunately, we lost the kill feed, so I'm not really sure what is happening as far as who's alive and who's dead. Again, I'm not chasing this guy back to my base. I know that at this level, a lot of times it feels like you're doing something by getting people out of your base, but you're really not. It doesn't matter if he pulls your flag. Like, getting over there is more important than clearing this guy out. Because even if he gets your flag, he can't do anything if we control that side of the map. Alright, again, just go straight ahead. Like, I don't even want you looking at this, and I know you're gonna like get a kill here, but he's gonna score your flag while you're just shooting this guy in the back. Unless your teammate makes the stop, and maybe he does. He's dead. Again, you could have been in their base or in their fridge by this point. You can do this jump here where you hop up, but now like everybody's dead, and because you get a kill in the middle of the map, that doesn't really matter. They're gonna come off spawn and get the flag. Yeah, and I like, we're trying to get shots on this guy, but it's really hard. I will say though, like, this might be the most high-level teamwork that we've seen in this match. Like, you two are beaming like I wish some of the other guys that I coach on their team would shoot. Like, standing side by side. Look how quick you melt two guys here. Like, side to side, just absolutely blast them. Got a kill, got an assist, got another assist. Like, that's about as good of a life as you can ask for. Should be able to counter cap at this point. this one again. Kind of missed it. So you can also just throw that threat sensor in here to see who's in here, but yeah, you do. And again, like, I like that you're holding the doorway and you're not like forcing yourself into the fight. I will say another concept I like to think of in CTF or like oddball when you're running the flag, so your team is, oops, doesn't really matter where your teammates are at, but this guy's got the flag and he's here, and like you're trying to shoot for him and he's going to cross paths with you. So his job obviously is to go here and get through here and score, and then you've got two guys coming after you. So part of me says, yeah, it's completely fine for you to stand here and like hold your ground in this hallway because you're not exposing yourself to the second guy. Another part of me says like you and your teammates cross paths, which is not great, but you can also be playing like more ratty baity angles. Like you can come here, you can get car 3 or car 1 and just kind of play this idea of almost like Plants vs Zombies, where we're just lining up a tower defense and they are on a conveyor belt heading towards us, and like we're just blasting them in the sides. But in this case, like you're trying to help get your flag guy out. But just in general, most of the time on these flag routes, you don't really want to take fights like directly down a lane. You want to kind of be more set up in like a, you know, some kind of situation like this. Ideally, you have a teammate over here, so you can consider yourself this guy at this point. But but instead of like going in here and hard fighting, like, you know, play this door. If you get a kill, that's great. If not, you can just start backing up with your flag guy and just try to keep him alive. So you did get a kill, and you're backing up, which is great. I love that you're backing up here too. I think if you just back up slightly more, you live through that, but like that flag cap's definitely on you and the way that you played closing down this lane, let your teammate get through, so that's really good. You play your life really well for a player at this level. I think just some of the routing stuff, like you've been mid a whole lot and you're kind of fighting back towards your base is like the bigger things, at least in CTF. Haven't watched any of your other game types yet, but so no kill feed on the screen, but generally like you can see this guy on your screen, you see that your teammate just died. There's normally going to be a kill feed right here that will say the guy got punched. So you can use that as a way to know that like there is a guy definitely here. He just punched my teammate. So keep that in mind. Again, you're probably tunnel visioning the objective a little bit, but if you just turn and look here where your teammate died, that's a free kill. Still ends up being a free kill. You do trade a melee with a one shot. Like this second thing mechanical that I would talk about, like for you to clean up, is like if you see this guy and he starts walking at you while he's one shot, just start backing up. Like shoot your gun and back up. Like he's going to try to trade a melee because he's going to put you one shot while you're full shields. If he shoots you once or twice, that's a whole lot better than you taking, you know, full shields worth of damage. Because if you're full or half here, you can still poke this guy a little bit with your teammate. Instead, you're completely one shot and you die quickly. So what ends up being a trade could have just been a 1 for 0. Again, like if you take anything at all from this, it is off spawns. Instead of flowing towards the middle, I want you to flow towards the edges of the map. So hopefully that makes sense, but try not to flow into the middle so often. There's some caveats, like right now you're kind of the last spawner, but I would much rather you be up P2 than down low at this point. Like if you can get up to P2, you're doing a whole lot more on the map for your team than what you're doing right now. Cool, get a kill. Yep, you're getting a flag down. You can like slope slide on that. You throw the flag down and then you crouch as you're running and you'll like shoot out into the bridge, which would have got you up the map a little bit faster. I do like that you're not desperate into flag here. Like you realize, hey, I'm weak. There's no reason to just keep running it, so that's all good. Oh, so close. I don't really have anything negative to say about this. Like I love this play. I love this. Like, you can argue maybe going this way and just peeking this angle from this direction is a little bit better. While the explosion there is definitely, but peeking this angle from this direction might be a little bit better, or like not even coming towards this, like your teammates coming towards it, like just bait your teammate. And it sounds weird, but like if you just stand here and your teammate starts running that flag, this guy's going to slide past you. You can punch him in the back, or you can shoot him in the back. Either way, he's not going to kill your teammate, and you're going to stay alive. Instead, you turn, like, again, an obvious advantage, or you have two people, into a disadvantage because you're dead when you don't necessarily need to be. And maybe he kills your teammate, but you still kill him guaranteed. And instead, it's a 2-for-1 instead of a 2-for-0, and you still got an angle on the flag.
Enemy flag returned.
We have
So you definitely know someone was down through here. Again, routing, just go up the map. Try to stay out of the middle, like you're just in a complete danger zone, literally. You play cover really well when you're fighting, but I think in the middle of like gameplay, and this is probably again you reacting to a call out or something, but it's not your job as the guy who's on this side to cross the whole map and fight for this teammate. Like, it's your job to get space on that side of the map, and then this guy's job to help that guy. And if you can just look, like from your standing, if you can see from P Street to here and just shoot the guy once or throw a grenade, that's all fine. Just don't give up your space to cross maps, especially down to low ground. So I remember seeing this one earlier, and I actually think this is a really high level use of cover here. I would send this to the guys that I'm coaching, but like the ways that you're like peeking around this cover and keeping your body out of the fight is really huge, and that's like high Onyx level play. It's just like, we don't want to be in this position, but when you are in this position, say it was just one guy, not two, and you didn't cross all the way across the map, like if you can use boxes and stuff like this to take yourself in a really bad position where it's a 2-on-1 and you get shots on that guy and he can't kill you, and you've done 2 shots of damage to him, and then you've got another guy one shot, like that is so huge. So good job on that part. Just work on the routing. Again, every teammate's dead. There's literally nothing you can do with this flag. They're going to kill your teammates, or they're going to kill you if you try to go into the base. Like, just don't even think about it. Like, your thing to do here is to go to the side. So just like 100% every time you spawn fridge in flag, you're going to go this way. Like, don't even worry about your base.
5 minutes remaining.
They have our flag. Take it back. We have eyes on the enemy flag.
Yeah, and like, I mean, this feels good, but you're really like, like it feels good to get a kill here. It feels good to get behind the flag carrier, but in reality, what you're doing is, let's again, they're running the flag, whatever. There's a guy here, and let's say you're blue team. Like, you started here, and it does not matter who else is alive on the map, whatever. You started here, and they're running your flag back, and this is actually backwards, but whatever. You go all the way this way to fight here, when as you could just go straight, and like this is a much shorter path. And again, as long as we can keep them from getting through this doorway or through here, there's no way that they can score the flag. So he can bring the flag and set here until the end of time. He cannot score because our team is setting up a fortress inside of their base. So you're ahead of them. Like, if he starts to walk through here, you just grenade him. If he if he just drops the flag and starts shooting you, the timer's running out, and maybe you win a 1-on-1, maybe you don't, it doesn't matter, because you can just live back here forever. Like, you can get on this U, you can come over here, so many different places that you can fight from, and live and not take a fight to the death from here. So keep that in mind. Again, every time you spawn fridge, like, hard roll. If you're playing CTF, we're going this direction, we're not going this direction or this direction. Like, always 100%. Sorry, I am writing this with the mouse. 100% this way. So Because even now, like, this guy's wasting so much of your time. You're like taking a fight here, and you're gonna get up the map, but a better team is not gonna like just bail on this flag. This is good though. Get a return, eat a grenade, and yeah, whatever. We got the return, it's fine. But alright, cool. So this time you are flowing in this direction, but now you're starting to again creep back towards here, probably getting a call out, so I understand a little bit of the urgency to like go help your teammates. Don't really have too much of a problem with like what happened after the turning around. Like you are dealing with some of the pressure, you're getting some people dead, catching them off guard that aren't shooting you. Right, again cutting map. Like we're kind of collapsing the space, and we're also, again, I'm going to bring up attack maps one last time, but if you think about this logically, so let's move these guys once again out of the way, because I'm just going to drill this point home over and over. So we're red team, you spun here, and they're blue team. So 100% of the time in capture the flag, red team is running this way, and like they're trying to get to this base. Blue team is running this way and trying to get to this base. So it feels good to like catch a guy off guard and flank him, like this guy's in your util or whatever, you get behind him. But you are also playing against where the pressure is coming from. Like all of their pressure is coming toward you, so your back is to where they're coming from. So I mean, if we kill this guy, it's whatever, it's fine. But we want to like get to where our back is against the wall, so there's definitely no pressure coming this way, and they're trying to flow up the map in this direction, and we can shoot them in the back. Hopefully that makes sense. But promise last hack maps of the game. GG, game coach. Cool. And there's also, well, there is a guy here, but he really doesn't matter. Alright, so again, I'm not too concerned, like even if your teammate dies, it's not really your responsibility to cut up and die with him. Like, it'd been much better for you and Division to be together, and like you're trying to get there, but you're late now and you're also one shot, whereas you could have just both turned that corner at the same time and really messed somebody up. Get an assist. Again, this is a little bit better because it's mid-map, but you're still, again, just kind of flowing back towards, like, we're definitely not being the aggressor team in this game. Like, it feels like you're playing aggressive because you're running around a lot, but we're not being aggressive because we're not pushing them back into a corner. We're, you know, very well consolidating space back in our direction constantly. So CTF, just always flow forward as much as you can, preferably on one of the sides. Yeah, this feels a little awkward because we don't really know where they're at, and we're hanging out bottom mid, so now we're getting shot a lot. Again, I just feel like this looks better if instead of going, you know, from this corner to bottom mid, you head in this direction. And I don't know what the timing is for that, but if you're here before they get up these stairs, like, it's almost impossible for them to get control of top mid, because you can just chuck nades at them, you can jiggle this, you can get over here and grab stickies. Like, there's a lot of options for you, whereas you're putting yourself in the bottom, in the middle of the map, where there's like a lot of ways that you can get shot, and you also don't know where the pressure's coming from because you're not dictating one side or the other. Alright. Backing up. You kind of make this work, but your team also all just dies while you're living, so it doesn't really matter too much. You and this guy should be playing this together. He kind of splits off from you, but you get back together, so not the worst. Again, this is great. You guys get a kill, you get 2 kills, 3 kills. This is
You have been
a little dangerous because we went bottom mid, but if you run the flag through you till there, you score 100% of the time instead of throwing it out mid. If you hit a better slide here, you probably also still score. But like, see how much better this works out when you two just flow into their base, and now you're looking at everything in front of you, so you kill that guy, like you're double teaming him. Like 3 people are dead, there's absolutely no reason why you should ever not score this. Now, you are shooting, so I'll give you a little bit of a pass on not hitting this slide, but what you should do 100% of the time here is get on this, just stand here and shoot this guy. Like, you don't have to walk forward, kill him, and then curb slide off of this. So slide off this box, grab that, and throw it out, and then you can hit another slide here if you want. So you're covering that distance like in half the time that you take right now, because you're giving whoever this guy is that gets up P2, you're giving him a little bit more time. So if you slid and through that, like the flag is down here, and then you're also down here, so you can play this cover a little bit better. But I would say almost 100% of the time you want to just run the flag this way, because he has no control over that. And if you run it this way, this is probably a tie game going into overtime. The jump there is a little risky too, but you get camo, you get out of the way. Like, this should still be a cap. I'm going P2 here, like I'm jumping up and getting behind him. Like, your camo, he's not going to see you. You can get your shields back while you're getting behind that guy. I know you're trying to play around the flag, but clearing that guy out is probably more important. And like, yeah, again, you've been playing cover really well until now. Like, just get down here and shoot this guy. Like, you can shoot him from here, and then you're not as exposed to this direction. Also, like, again, if you just go P2 though, you can stand up here with camo, and you've got way better sight. That guy can't even see you. You can get over here and play this pillar. Like, there's a lot better options than just being absolutely exposed in the middle of the map. Now we're probably going to get into desperation time. There's still like 10 seconds left on this flag return. Your whole job right now is to not get down and touch this yet. It's to just clear the area. Make sure there's no one close to it before you touch it. If you do touch it, it's fine. Just drop it and live. Like, throw it and just run away. I'd argue you kind of got it close enough that your team should be able to deal with it, but because we let 2 people get into the base, we didn't just clear the area, like they're going to get a return here. And again, same thing, flow up the map. You got a minute left. It doesn't even matter if you stop this flag. Like, everything we're doing here is just kind of wasting time. You do get 2 kills though, so 3, so it does work out, but if we don't get to that flag, it's not really going to matter. Alright, cool. You got a flagpole going. You just got to get involved quickly, so cutting through here is not ideal because they're all flowing through the map, but you know, just getting up top somewhere, P, or getting up in car would have been better, I think.
Enemy flag returned.
Yeah. And they score again, so the game's pretty much over at this point, but theoretically, you could, if you were already on the flag running it, you could potentially get another one out. But yeah, overall, I think you play cover pretty well. You're just kind of flowing in the wrong direction, at least for flag. There's obviously cases in Slayer and other game modes where it makes sense to kind of play back towards your teammates, but just controlling their base is how you're going to win flag more often. But yeah, pretty solid gameplay. I feel like you got a lot of potential to get up to a higher level. Would be glad to do some more coaching with you. Just let me know. And yeah, thanks.